Hey film moviegoers, and welcome to our channel Film Scene. For this video I wanted to review Brick. I had never heard it before until a couple days ago, but I saw that Jessica Love was in it and Megan Good. Kind of random. But yeah, here are my thoughts. So a little bit of background first. I'm not sure how well this film is known or anything like that, but we have Joseph Gordon-Levitt, as I mentioned. His character's name is Brendan. His girlfriend Emily goes missing and he goes on a search to find her. This all takes place in high school. And he kind of delves into this other world, finds out what she was into, and it's definitely a modern film noir. That's kind of the style of this film, but yeah, that's the background, and here are my thoughts. So I'm not that familiar with the film noir genre, but I could definitely tell there were little elements in this film in terms of the lighting, the music, the characters. Is kind of, a lot of shots of people walking away, shots of the feet, just kind of going on a journey with these characters as they figure out the mystery. Now, this whole film felt very dreamlike for me. I mentioned the lighting before. There was one scene where Brendan was in a phone booth and the light from above seemed like it was a spotlight on him. It wasn't fluorescent and it wasn't going everywhere. It was more of a spotlight, which of course wouldn't happen in real life. And there's also characters who were in dark spaces who just kind of popped up out of nowhere. Not like it was scary or a thriller, just the space in which the characters occupied was not very realistic. There's one scene where Tara, one of the characters, was in a stairwell, but she wasn't there before. She just popped up out of nowhere as one character was leaving. So there were those elements as well that added to the mystery of this film. And another really creative element were the camera shots. It was definitely a voyeuristic point of view for the audience. I never really knew if we were going to be stationary or if we were going to be following the characters, as I mentioned before, with their feet walking away. There are a lot of scenes where characters walked in and out of frame. There were fight scenes where the cameras, they were jutting around without any warning. So this sort of not knowing where you were even going to be placed within the story was really creative and really added to the mystery, as I said before. Another really cool element was the sound mixing in this film. There was one scene where Brendan was being pursued by an assailant. They were running around the high school, and the assailant's footsteps were very heavy, very solid, so you could tell he was a bigger guy, and then just Gordon-Levitt's footsteps were a lot lighter on their feet, very kind of spry, and that disparate sound really made you feel like you were actually in the scene watching these characters running away. It's just those little elements, those little details that really made me drawn into the film. Now, all the really cool visual and sound elements aside, so the plot was a little hard for me to follow. There were a lot of characters that weren't on screen when they're being mentioned, so it's kind of hard for me to put two and two together right away, and a lot of the characters' names are very similar as well, so it's hard for me to follow the plot and sort of where it was going. I had to look up on Wikipedia the plot at the end just to make sure I understood how the ending was and how the story unfolded. But that's me personally. I'm sure it was easy to follow for other people. I really liked how it was a film noir that was set in high school, because that kind of excused these teenagers not really acting like teenagers. They were just the vocabulary, the way they spoke to each other, their demeanor was very adult-like, but it all made sense because it was a film noir set in high school, so that kind of excused the way that they talked to each other and present themselves. Overall, I actually really enjoyed watching this film, visually speaking, and I'm sure that if I were to watch it again, I would pick up on different themes and different points of the plot, so I'd follow the story better. But in general, I actually really enjoyed it. It got really high ratings on Rotten Tomatoes. I personally give it like a solid B+ probably, so like an 80-85. But yeah, that is my review of Brick. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!